Hello, today I'll be taking a look at an interesting Hammond collection release. This is the Scutosaurus, one of the smaller Hammond collection figures. An interesting reptile from the Permian era, or the end of the Permian era. And yeah, it's a cool one. I like these interesting releases, which seem to be quite common with these smaller figures. Of course, more recent than this one, there was the Tiger Raptor and the Stag Moloch, less obscure, but then the 2026 releases, you've got three, all just book-based ones, so those are a bit interesting. But the Scutosaurus here, not a bunch of ties to Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, really just a few toy releases, I think maybe a few game appearances, but yeah, this guy definitely doesn't have too many appearances in the franchise, but it's still a cool one to get here in the Hammond collection. Like any of these small Hammond collection figures or any Hammond collection designs, you'll have the same box art, John Hammond there in the amber, and then a few views of your reptile, and then another shot of it there. So yeah, all right, so opening this guy up, it will just be through the little flap there, pulling out the insert, and then your reptile there with the Scutosaurus, and then its tail. All right, so here is the Scutosaurus all put together and out of the box. With a darker green color, quite similar to some of the other Scutosaurus toys released. And yeah, the darker browns and green and black tones I think look pretty nice on this guy. The detail of the scoots all around the Scutosaurus looks pretty nice as well. I really like the face on this one. It's definitely the highlight, I think, for me of this one. The glass eye looks nice. The different horns there around, and then a bit iffy on some of the smaller Hammond collections, whether they do or don't, or even I guess some of the big ones like the Stegosaurus, but you can actually open up the mouth to see those teeth in there, which look quite nice. I definitely like the view of this guy with the mouth opened. The back with its textured look looks pretty nice. You can see some of the articulation in the legs right there. They can go like that, and then just up and forth. You have got a decent amount of articulation with this guy, and then also down at the feet. The hind legs a little bit less, but you can still do a little bit. The tail being so small, but on that ball joint, you can swivel it a little bit. Hollow on the inside, like a lot of the Hammond collection figures. But yeah, the only thing I see on this one that I would have liked some more detailing would just be on those claws at the feet, just being painted with the green. I would have liked a bit more detailing there. But yeah, like the look of the glass eye, the overall look of the figure, and then the articulation seems pretty solid, like it is on a lot of Hammond collection figures, articulation-wise. You've got a few different poses, I guess, going down a little bit. I don't think, especially with the size of that tail, it's not going to support it enough, really, when it comes to trying to just pose it on its hind legs, the front as well. But yeah, I think you can get a decent amount of poses with this guy just walking around a landscape. At the neck, you can swivel the head. This area of it just really allows you to swivel it around a bit, not really go up or down. So it's the head, at least going up and down, its movement is limited to just right there. But you do have a lot of movement, swiveling the head. But yeah, the detailing of the scoots and the texture and variation of color looks pretty nice throughout the body of this guy. And then of course the underbelly has a bit of a lighter tan detailing to it. But yeah, the Scutosaurus looks pretty nice for some size comparison. I've got some Beasts of the Mesozoic figures here, some smaller ones. Here is their Velociraptor Osmolsky, which looks, it's always quite tiny, that 1/18th scale guy, but looks small there. Slightly bigger than the Scutosaurus, the Avaceratops, one of their smaller ceratopsians. So yeah, of course, wouldn't have really lived together, the Permian reptile and the dinosaurs from the Cretaceous. But yeah, that's the Scutosaurus. I think a pretty cool addition to the Hammond collection, and I quite like its inclusion. I think it's a fun addition to the line, and I definitely like getting odder creatures like the Scutosaurus here in the Hammond collection, because I think they're just the better and most well done Jurassic Park figures. So yeah, I enjoy this collection of figures, and I think the Scutosaurus is pretty good. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.